I love Stockton because it's where my family's from. Well, even though religion was never discussed in our family growing up, we did discuss the Jewish identity that we came from. My Opa was in a concentration camp. My Oma was in hiding in Holland for a while with her aunt, and then she came over to the United States. So she got over. All of their family died, though. Religion was never really discussed, but kind of the Jewish identity and where our family came from and what our grandparents went through. That was kind of the focus on, this is part of who we are. It's really interesting because God has He's presented himself continuously throughout my life since I can remember. That I baptized myself when I was little. And it's kind of like, where does that come from? God knocking at the door constantly, and I was like, what is this knocking? What am I hearing? And waiting until I could actually answer it. It was just a continuous knock and a continuous, call to Christ. I just couldn't ignore it. Moving to Denver was huge, especially working with Christ in the City. Christ in the City was what made me know that I can actually live out my faith for the rest of my life. The thing about Christ in the City that it was so beautiful is just that it's so real and it's so raw. So, I don't know, when you're working with the homeless and you're faced with people who are so honest, there's no way to hide from yourself. Because I came from a pretty privileged family, and so being able to kind of hide things under like what I was wearing or whatever, it was easy to just kind of ignore things that were going on inside. But working with the homeless and seeing how honest they are, it forced me to be honest and real with myself. I think running is a good way to take a lot of things to prayer and just silence everything from the day. He didn't just say, it's okay, now just go and be, He healed people and he said, okay, follow me. Now you have a duty, and that duty is a privilege. It's an intense love that hurts, and it's an intense love that isn't easy. God is asking us to do something every day, and that is the biggest privilege that we could ever have. I really have no idea where I'll be in 10 years from now, and that's okay. I'm not set on knowing every step that's going to happen, but just, am I living my vocation now, and am I saying yes to Christ now, and doing that day in and day out will then lead me to where I'm supposed to be in 10 years from now, 20 years from now. I know a lot of people, it's like, what is God telling me? What is God telling me? But it's just, be silent and listen. He only wants what's best for us and what's going to make us happy.